I don't know how I'm supposed to follow white power. Somebody yells white power, I'm not even supposed to be in the same room. Like the very skinny gentleman said, my name is Tyrone. This is one of, I've been here before. That's how memorable this town is. I completely forgot that. But seeing as how I've been here before, I feel comfortable enough to share with people who I am as a person, my intimate moments. I'm gonna share with y'all my fears, because I'm not too big to admit that I'm afraid of things. This guy knows what I'm talking about. This lurch-looking motherfucker over here. Guy comes through ducking through shit, looking like he's Shaq's white body double or some shit. I hate bugs. I can't do bugs. Like, first of all, has anyone here seen a centipede? A centipede looks like that's what comes out when Satan jacks off. What the fuck are those? And why the fuck are those? Jesus Christ, those things are fucking terrifying. And whenever there's one in the house and I gotta kill one, I do it with extreme prejudice. I try to take my shoe and drive it through the fucking floor. And my wife is always like, why? Why do you do that? Because I don't want to miss. I don't want to accidentally hit it and then it doesn't die, because then I think it's going to kill me. Another thing that terrified me, it was kind of complicated. It was both a fear and fantasy. So it left you confused, and that was whenever I had to get a physical. Because whenever I had to get a physical, I was terrified the doctor might be hot. But also a small part of me was hoping the doctor was hot. Because everybody knows the physical goes one way. You go in a room, you drop trowel, some dude you can only really describe as some crypt keeper looking motherfucker with the world's coldest hands, cups your balls, tells you to turn and cough. You do so, he removes his hands, everybody goes about their day. Nobody wants to be there. I feel like that's what doctors have to do before they can retire. They gotta spend a couple of years cupping balls. So, wouldn't you know it, I'm in my 20s, I gotta get a physical for this job. Nurse comes in, she does all the vitals bullshit. And then what I can only describe as the most gorgeous woman in the history of ever walks into my medical room, and I'm gonna be honest, my chauvinism kicked in, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, the nurse was already in here and did the vitals and whatnot. She giggled, as only a goddess with that sort of grace could. And she goes, no, I'm here to do your physical. Instantly, beads of sweat. Because now I've got to do everything I can to not get hard. Right? She comes up to me. By the way, when she walks in the room, I don't know how it happened, but I swear to God, this is what happened. People think I'm crazy. Flowers started falling from the ceiling onto the ground so that she didn't have to walk on the rest of the ground. The rest of us peasants have to. Right? And she walked over to me. And she did the thing. But then she dropped down while maintaining way too much eye contact. So now I'm doing everything I possibly can. This thing needs to get fought the fuck back. I'm thinking about going fishing with my grandmother, but my grandmother's been dead for 12 years. So then I just got sad. And I started crying a little bit. She did the turn her head. I was like, turned my head and coughed. I had to do it again. And when it was all done, I went to pull away, but she still had them. And I was like, that's not how this works. The crypt keeper would have let me go by now. And she had like this look of disappointment on her face. And then let me go, went over my chart, and she goes, And I'm over here shuffling, trying to pull my pants up like I just got done auditioning for Harvey Weinstein. And I'm like, what? She goes, oh, I thought you checked straight and single. She got mad because I didn't get hard. Imagine this is her day, right? This is just what she does now. She's a general practitioner. On Tuesdays, she's cupping balls. Everybody gets hard, that's the gig. That's how she feels good about herself. And I stole that from her by trying to be a decent human being. And I swore to myself, from that day forward, if it ever happened again, I would not be so kind. I'm poking a bitch's eye out. Alas, ever since then, it's been the Crypt Keeper motherfucker. I think I had my one shot and I blew it. That hurts. It really does. It hurts. I have been married for, fuck segues, who gives a shit? I have been married for going on 12 years this year. It will be our 12th year. I used to be single. I don't fucking miss it. Being single was goddamn terrible. It was fucking terrifying. Here's the deal. My name's Tyrone. I'm black and I'm fat. So everybody knows what I look for in a woman. I like the big white girls. That just is what it is. But there's also nothing more terrifying in life than a white woman. To the three, two, whatever you got going on, white women in here, you fucking suck and are awesome all at the same fucking time. Look, whenever I met a white woman, I was either gonna have the best time of my life or the worst time of my life, and you didn't know until you were trying to throw your shoes back on and run from the cops. I'm too fat to run from shit. Anyways, so I was seeing this woman once. She was cool. We were really vibing. Very intelligent woman, like very intelligent. And one day she had me come over. She was wearing a Rape Me shirt. Anybody knows that's a Nirvana song. Needless to say, after that night, never spoke to me again. And I think that she thought I couldn't read. And if you ask me, that's the worst part of the night. My notes fell. I was trying to look for like a cool way to get them. There's not. Thank you, random white guy from the bar. I appreciate you. That was, what? All right. I'm going to skip all the way down here. Since I mentioned it, yes, I am married. I've been married for going on 12 years. That woman should be, I don't know how you become a saint, but if somebody could nominate her for that, that would be dope. But marriage has its ups and it has its downs. Some of the downs, I would love sometimes to just throw on a pair of black Air Forces and let nature take its course. Just say, fuck it. But I love this bitch, so I gotta keep my shit. Being married also means that there's no such thing as a simple breakup. I leave her now, I lose half my shit. The day for me to turn around and leave was the day before our wedding day. That was it. Nobody tells you that. Nobody tells you that's the opportunity to run. Because if you don't at that point, it costs you a lot of money. Thus, a lot of therapy. During the process of your marriage, you incur shit that you like, that you love. Sometimes more than her. And she knows that. So she takes it as a fuck you for wasting years of her life. But seriously though, I do love my wife. I really do. One thing about my wife is every once in a while she does just absolutely something hilarious. And she doesn't get why it's funny, but it's only because you're on this side of it, you're not her. We have a smart TV, so you can talk to the remote, right? We were getting ready to watch Law and Order SVU because we're both 40. And she goes remote. She says, Peacock. And it just comes up with To Kill a Mockingbird, starring Robert Duvall. I was like, that's a great book, good movie, not what she said. She gets pissed. She goes, Peacock, yelling into the remote. It comes up with The Rock and not Dwayne Johnson, the movie with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage. Also, solid movie, not sure what the fuck is going on here. So at this point, I think my TV is trolling my wife. And that is hilarious. I'm on the couch dying. And she is in a dead-on fight with this remote because she's not going to lose. This time she says it slow. She goes, Peacock. And I was like, it's a remote. It's not fucking deaf. It doesn't read lips. And saying it slower is not going to change anything. But finally, we got to watch our Law and Order SVU. Surprise, they got the bad guy. He raped a girl. They caught him. Ice-T said some nonsensical kind of cool shit. Law and Order SVU. Dun-dun. I believe that is my time. Thank you for dealing with my nonsense. Thank you again, Random White Guy, for helping me out. Y'all have a good night.